and welcome back to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have entered into the year 1406 Part B, and we are here again with our O'Leary family so that we can be with Arlene Smith, our heir. Currently, right now, we have Annabelle just in the kitchen. She is currently making a little bit of a meal because it is the Lord's Harvest Festival today, and we do need to have ourselves a family meal together. So she's just made a little bit of fish head stew, and then I'm going to go ahead and send her out so she can get a little bit of gardening done. She's just going to do a little bit of researching in the garden. Nerida is currently still in bed, and I have sent Axel and Arlene out into the forest. Arlene is just doing a little bit of foraging so that we can see about possibly getting a little bit more for our garden. And then I am going to get Axel to hunt because we need some more meat in the house. So after Annabelle gets done researching those plants, I'm just going to get her to harvest the bluebells, and she can have those for her laundry. And we're going to have her go ahead and put the laundry on the clothesline, and maybe she can go ahead and get some more laundry started, because I do think she has a little bit of laundry in her inventory that needs to be started up here. So we'll go ahead and we'll get that taken care of. So we are just going to be celebrating our Lord's Harvest Festival today in this episode here, and we are also going to wait and see if potentially Mariella Pruitt goes into labor in this episode, because I do think that she is possibly going to be heading into labor. So we'll be checking in on her a little bit later in the episode to see how she's faring. But for now, we are just taking care of our main household and seeing how they're faring and ensuring that everything is taken care of here on the farm. So Axel had gotten up after he had his sleep for the night, and he took care of the honeybees, and he harvested the honey and collected the beeswax. We are going to, when Arlene gets back, have her take care of the chickens. And as you can see, I do have Annabelle just out here dealing with a little bit of the gardening, which is fantastic. So we absolutely love that. I do want them, as we know, to go ahead and just be able to meet some of their Lord's Harvest Festival goals here for the day. So we'll definitely make sure that that is taken care of. But she's going to hang these clothes up on the line, and then we'll have her replace the water and maybe get a little bit of wash going again as well. So we'll add some flowers. I'm just going to add some bluebells to the water here, and then I'm going to have her do some of this laundry that's in her inventory, and she can get that all washed up, which will be fantastic, because as we know, the laundry here just continues and continues to pile up. And it was just piling up like all around the house on the floor, but I did get them a laundry basket, so hopefully that will lessen some of the problems that they were having in the house of the laundry kind of going everywhere, because after a while, that just really causes a bit of a problem in the house. So it looks like she wants to volunteer with her family. So maybe we can, send them out to do a little bit of volunteering. I don't really know what it is that they can do, but we'll see about that. And it looks like we also have a little bit of mail. So I am going to have her check the mail when she's done, and she can pay the bills. So we'll get her to just take care of some of those things when she is done with the wash. Axel is just about done with his hunting, and Arlene is just about done with her foraging, and then they are going to go ahead and come home here. It does look like Nerida is up, and she is just going to come on down, and she's going to chat with her mom. She has gotten her sleep, so we love that for her. All right, so we had just the bills for the mail, so that's perfect. And Annabelle, why don't you go ahead and come over here and chat with your daughter a little bit. We can teach her to talk, and maybe you can even do a little bit of flashcards with her and teach her some of her basic needs. I do think Nerida is fully potty trained now, so she can go to the washroom on her own, which is fantastic. So we absolutely love that for her. And she doesn't have to really be taught that anymore. And so that makes things a lot easier for the family now that Nerida is able to go to the washroom on her own. So Axel has gotten back from hunting. He did get us 2 small rabbits. So I will go ahead and have him just cut that meat up, and we'll be able to put that in the fridge. He also got some black beans while he was out. I don't think that we can plant the black beans. Let me check our farming key. So we can plant green beans. I don't know about the black beans. I'm going to say that maybe the black beans are going to be allowed, considering they are, you know, similar to the green bean family. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to plant some black beans as well. And we're going to check with Erlene and see what she got. All right, so she got some onions. We can plant onions. So we're going to plant a couple of onions. And she also got potatoes. We can't plant potatoes. Carrots, grape, no. It's just onions. All right, so I'm going to have her go ahead and come over here and we'll get her to plant some things. Erlene, come on over and we'll get you to plant. Patchy's going to help. And it looks like we also got some eggs. So I will get her to put the eggs, or I will put the eggs in the fridge here. And we will have some eggs in our fridge to make some eggs. I'll put the rest of the onions in the fridge as well. And then we also got some acorns, so I'll put those in the fridge. So we absolutely love that she was able to get a little bit of things here for the garden. I am just going to get Axel to go ahead and water these plants while Erlene goes ahead and heads off to get herself a little bit of a bath, because Axel was able to get himself a bath and he's feeling much better now, so that's wonderful. He also got some honey from when he took care of the honey hive, so we'll put that in the fridge as well. And I am going to have Annabelle go ahead and call everyone to a meal, and we will have ourselves our dinner together. It's more like a lunch though, because it's only like 2 p.m. So we'll just go ahead and call everyone to a meal, and everyone's going to come on in and have themselves a little bit of a bite. So technically, you know, they're supposed to do a little bit of baking as well on this day, but I don't think she has enough skill to do baking, nor do we have the items that we need for baking, so we won't be doing any baking today. I do think, don't we have goats? I know we do. I don't know where the heck they've run off to. There's one of them. Let's go ahead and get her, when she's done eating, to come and milk this goat, and that way we'll have some milk for the family. And then she can also bottle feed and clean the goat. The goat's name is Pumpkin. I think we only got the one goat, so that's perfectly fine. But we'll have ourselves a little bit of milk for the table as well, for us to have for food. Did Erlene grab herself a bite to eat? She did not. Why don't you go ahead and grab yourself a serving? There you go. Alright, so Erlene's gonna go ahead and eat some of this fish head stew. She's just having a little bit of a conversation with Axel and with Patchy. And it looks like Nerida is also part of this, which is wonderful. She has gained a sentiment with Axel, and I absolutely love that. So she's having a good conversation, a good relationship building with her uncle, and that is fantastic, because honestly, if you think about it, you know, she has a really great relationship with her aunt, but she is really needing to build up a relationship with her uncle, because they don't actually have that great a relationship. She doesn't really know him as well as she knows Annabelle, and so I do think that she would want to maybe get a bit of a better relationship with Axel. That way they can, you know, just have a little bit better of a relationship moving forward as well. I think she needs to be grateful to him that she was able to move in here as well. I mean, it wasn't just Annabelle's decision that she was able to come and live here. I'm sure Axel had a little bit of a hand to play in that as well. And so I do think that Erlene is just going to tell him, like, I'm really grateful that you allowed me to live here, and you know, I know that that Annabelle said I could come, but I'm sure that you had something to do with that as well. And so she just wants him to know that she really is grateful that she's able to come and she's able to be with them. She's able to share in these holiday festivities with them. And that she actually has a family now, and she feels like she really does belong here, and that she feels like she is a part of, you know, the family and the festivities and things like that. Because before, she was obviously just, you know, an orphan in the orphanage and the monastery there. And not that the nuns didn't take good care of her, because obviously they did. But to be a part of a family and to feel like you belong means so much to Erlene, and she is really, really grateful. She's also going to just go ahead and spend a little bit of time with her cousin, and we're going to build on a little bit of their relationship. Maybe she can give her some, let's just give her a strawberry. So it is about 5 o'clock in the evening here, but I am going to go ahead and I'm going to send her down and make sure that we have collected the eggs and taken care of the chickens. We're going to go ahead and scatter the feed again to make sure that we do take care of them. And then I'm going to have her come down and do a playful painting, since she is feeling pretty playful right now. Look at that. Our apple trees have bloomed, blossomed, grown, whatever the heck you want to say. They don't have any fruit on them currently, but they definitely are getting better. And I am going to have Annabelle come down and just play a little bit of chess so that she can get better at her chess skill here. And I am going to send Axel down over here to practice his speech in the mirror. That way he can obviously go ahead and work a little bit on his charisma. Oh wow, you've got quite the mess on your hands in here. Do you want some help cleaning up all that trash? No, I think it's fine. I don't know why Sister Marguerite would come to our house and want to help clean up, other than the fact that she's a bit of a neat freak, but we don't need you to come clean up our house. I think Annabelle will be able to kind of clean that up on her own. It's just that, you know, she's clearly not doing that. So it is fine. We'll just pick that up ourselves here. So as you can see, we have everyone doing a little bit of good things here. Oh, I think maybe you should come over and invite Sister Marguerite in, Erlene. I think Erlene would be really, really glad to see Sister Marguerite. And especially on this, you know, wonderful holiday, I think she would be like, you know, really glad to see her. And I think she would just tell her, I am doing really well here. I'm so glad that you came over and, you know, came to check on me, but things are going really, really well here, and I am loving the fact that, you know, I am settling in so nicely over here. At first it was a really hard adjustment because I didn't really know how to act. I didn't really know how to be part of a family, but, you know, I am really enjoying being here. I'm really enjoying being a part of a family. I have a cousin and aunt and uncle that, you know, actually love me quite a bit. And, you know, I get to be goofy when I want, and they don't, you know, they don't look down on me for all of my little quirks. And I'm learning new skills, and it's really, really great. And I think Sister Marguerite can see that she is doing really, really well, and she is really happy to see it. Obviously, Sister Marguerite does miss her quite a bit, but she is so happy that they are taking such good care of her. So they're gonna just have themselves a little bit of a hug here, and she's going to just tell her, you know, you're still my favorite. Obviously, you took care of me when no one else did, and I am never gonna forget what you've done for me. And Sister Marguerite is like, of course I did, honey. You know, you're very special to me as well. And so, you know, she's just really glad to see that Arlene is doing so well here and that she has adapted to her new surroundings and her new family. So I love that she came by to visit, but it looks like she is gonna go ahead and head herself out of here, and we're gonna have Arlene go ahead and come on over here and just sell this painting that she painted and start to get herself ready for bed. She's gonna go ahead and you know, use the washroom here, and we'll make sure that she takes care of some of her needs. It does look like Narita needs to go to the potty, so I'm going to send her off to the potty here, and then I am going to go ahead and send good old Axel to the washroom as well, because it looks like he needs to go to the washroom. And Annabelle is still just over here playing a little bit of chess. She is just about to level up, it looks like, in that skill, which is wonderful. She has a cooking level 10, but everything else she's still working on. But for her logic, she is just about to level up to level 3, which is fantastic. Looks like she gained a little bit of a sentiment with Patchy there before she came out to do some logic skill, which is wonderful. But once she levels up in her logic skill, I'm going to go ahead and send her into the washroom as well. And then everyone's going to start getting themselves ready for bed because it is almost 8 o'clock in the evening. And as we know, they like to get themselves into bed because they get up early and take care of the farm here. And they make sure that they are able to get everything done that needs to be getting, you know, done here at the farm. So everyone's going to go ahead and head themselves off to bed. And then I am going to be able to see you guys in the morning. When they wake in the morning, we probably will go ahead and have them continue on with their chores, check on everything that needs to be checked on. It looks like she didn't quite finish that painting. Arlene didn't, so she may finish that painting. And then we are going to head over to the Pruitt family, and we're going to see them in the morning and see how Mariella is doing with her pregnancy. So I will see you in the morning when everyone wakes. Okay, so it is about 3 o'clock in the morning. Everyone is starting to get up. Annabelle is just going to go ahead and clean up this mess because she had left the food out and it has gone off. And so we are just going to let her kind of clean up the mess here. Narita is still in bed, as is Arlene. Axel's just downstairs getting a little bit of chess in. And so I'm going to have Annabelle come down and check on the bees, and she can collect the honey, and she's going to collect a swarm and bond with the bees. Maybe she can collect the swarm, and we'll see what we can do with the swarm that she collects. It would seem that she is bonded enough with them that she can collect a swarm, maybe? I don't really know. Collect swarm. Come collect them. All right, so if she collects the swarm, she can have them fetch a gift. Let's have her do that. Oh, they kind of attacked her a little bit. Let's make her bond with them a little. She's like, go get a gift. What did they bring her? They brought her Sildrelin. All right, we're just going to sell that. All right, and we are going to go ahead and check on our plants. Look fine. I am just going to have Arlene get up and finish this painting that she started, and then once she's done with the painting, we'll have her sell it. It looks like everything else is pretty good here on the farm. We have done what we need to do with our bees. I'm going to have Annabelle go ahead and put the laundry away, and then she can move this laundry to hang on the clothesline, and we will go ahead and replace this water and then add some more flowers to the fresh water, and we'll just do dandelions. And then once that painting is done, oh, she did a great job with that stick figure. We are going to go ahead and head over and see the Pruitt family. So I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so here in the Pruitt family, we are here with Mariella, Pruitt and her family, and as you can see, she is currently in labor. It is go time for her. We are just going to go ahead and, oh gosh, Thomas is freaking out. I think he would be freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? She is, you know, about to have her baby, and he is obviously concerned about this. He knows that he has lost 2 wives already to childbirth. He's, you know, he's a little concerned. But we are going to have Mariella go ahead and go in there and have her baby. We are hoping that the outcome is going to be a good one. As we know, you know, these are dire times, and she doesn't have anyone here with her that can help her with her pregnancy. So for that, she will have an extra roll. And so we will have to do an extra number on her death roll for her. But she is having her first child with her husband Thomas, and we are hoping that everything is going to be good as far as the outcome goes. And we also kind of want a little girl because they already have 2 sons, but we'll just have to see how that goes, and we'll see what it is that Mariella is going to be having. She is like, oh my gosh, this hurts so bad. I did not realize this is how this was going to go down. Oh my god, they did have a girl. Okay, that is wonderful. I am going to be naming this little girl Magdalene Pruitt. And she had a single birth. And so we are going to be rolling the dice for mom and baby. And as we know, when mom has baby without anyone around, she can't roll a 1, an 11, or a 2. So we are going to go ahead and open up our dice, and we are going to roll for mom and see how she fares. So let's roll for mom. She rolls a 3 and survives. Oh, that is fantastic. And Magdalene can't roll a 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or a 20. And let's roll for the baby. Oh no, she rolls a 15, and Magdalene is not going to make it. So we are going to have to take this little precious bean away from her mom. So let me go ahead and update all of that on the timeline, and then unfortunately we are going to have to take this precious baby away from her mom. I hate that for her so much. Ugh, it sucks. It really does. But let me go ahead and update the timeline. Everything has been updated, and we are going to go ahead and take this baby away from mom. Unfortunately, Magdalene is not going to make it, which is awful, and I hate that for her. We are unfortunately taking her away, and yeah, it's really sad. And I think that obviously, look how sad Mariella is. She is just so sad over the loss of her child and the fact that she had a stillborn baby. She was really looking forward to raising her little girl, and she has lost her little one, and now she just doesn't know what to do with herself. Look at her. I mean, it's just pitiful. Oh, poor Mariella. Like, she's just like, oh my gosh, like I could have had a child and now my child is gone, and what in the world, you know? And she's just really just distraught over this. I mean, she was really hoping that she was going to be able to give Thomas another child. She was really hoping that this was going to be successful. Obviously, she's thrilled that she didn't pass away in labor, but I mean, she did lose her baby, and she is just heartbroken over that. And I mean, I can understand that. I'm pretty sure that Thomas also is really upset over the loss of his baby, and yeah, of course he is. And I think that, you know, it is just really tragic news for this whole family, and I absolutely hate it. It looks like he's overwhelmed with the need to be romantic. I'm gonna have him come on in here, and he is going to come to her and just be like, look, I am in the mood for romance with you because I am needing some love with you. And I think that he's going to try to, create some advances toward her. I mean, he is extremely sad, so I don't know how that's going to work, but he's going to try. She's like, I literally just went into labor and just had a baby. What do you mean that you want to try to, have romantic advances with me? And he's like, look, I love you so much, and I need to show you how much I love you. I just feel like if we were able to comfort one another, it would make us both feel better about the loss that we've just had. And she's like, I don't know how that is going to make me feel better. And he's like, because we'll be able to comfort one another.
Yes.
So he's talked her into allowing them to have a little bit of, intimate time together because he is, he's in a really bad mood over the fact that they've lost their child. Ulrich and David are jokesters. Okay, sure. And he's like, I just want to comfort you, and I just, I'm a really romantic person, and I, want to feel that closeness with you. I want to be able to comfort you, and I feel like this is a way that we can comfort each other. And she's like, you know what? I am really distraught over the loss of Magdalene, and I, at this point, am open for any suggestions on how to feel better. And, honestly, his advances toward her did get her out of her sad mood and into a flirty mood, and that did seem to kind of work. And she's like, this distraction is honestly kind of working. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. So they are having a bit of a woohoo here, and we are, just going to let them try to comfort one another, try to make each other feel a little bit better. And poor little David here is feeling really, really sad by the loss of his sister. We hate that for him. Ulrich is, feeling a little bit energized. He obviously can't be bothered with the fact that he has lost his sister. I mean, obviously he's also sad, but he has a lot of, oh no, he's sad. Okay, well, I was going to say he can't be bothered, but he is actually pretty sad over the loss of his sister as well. But I'm going to get Mariella to go ahead and come on up here and grab herself a bite to eat. We do want her to go ahead and get herself a little bit of something to eat here. I am going to check and see if that woohoo that they just had did cause her to get pregnant again. As we know, they do have like 8 more baby tries. And even though they didn't do the try for baby option, sometimes when they woohoo, it does cause them to get pregnant. This did not, but it would count as, I think, a try for baby option. So they are down 1 baby try. So now they only have 7 baby tries left. And we will continue to have them try for babies probably in the next year, 1407. We'll have her try again for another little one and see if they will be able to go ahead and get with child, because obviously she is, going to need to try to progress this family along with Thomas. And I'm hoping that this family is going to be able to grow. We definitely want them to have more children. I mean, it is just definitely something that needs to be done. But I'm going to go ahead and have her come on over here and get the mail. And then we are going to go ahead and have Thomas come and, oh my gosh, does he not have the skill to evolve all of these plants? It would seem not. Who had the gardening skill in the family? I don't really know, but not him, I guess. I'm going to have him collect some honey and collect some beeswax, and then he can gather a little bit of wild honey. And Mariella can come over here and clean the coop and collect some eggs, and she can scatter some feed for the chickens. And we'll just make sure that the farm is tended to here, which will be fantastic. And I am good to go. I mean, honestly, they didn't do their harvest, and we know that these plants here are actually all summer plants and not fall plants. So, I mean, that's kind of a thing that we are a little concerned with. He did not get any wild honey when he went to search. He did get regular honey, but he did not get any wild honey. So we hate that for them. She got a lot of toys out of the mailbox when she checked the mail. And we did get 16 eggs. So we're going to put those in the fridge there. And then I'm going to have her come over and try to gather some wild eggs as well. And she's like, oh, baby, I have a new baby. No, you don't. You don't get to be happy about a new baby. So she's going to try to gather some wild honey. Did she get any? Did you get any wild honey? No, she's grossed out. Okay, well, great. I'm going to have her go ahead and harvest everything here. And then maybe we can get them planting some things for fall as well. So I'm going to go ahead and send her out to go foraging when she's done with the harvest. And maybe she can find some things for fall. Since fall is 2 weeks long, we'll get her to try something, try to get some things for fall. So she's done that. We are going to go ahead and take these plants away and we will get ready for the fall. So for fall, we have apple, carrot, grape, mushroom, onion, pear, and raspberry. These are carrots. Okay, so the strawberries can go. Garlic can stay because it's year round. Green peas can go. Garlic. What's this one? Carrot. Parsley. No. Sage. No. All right, so she has sage and carrots and garlic, and we'll just put that in the fridge for cooking. And these eggs that she got, this chocolate egg and this green egg, we're just going to sell. And we'll give them this horse, and the rest of the toys we are going to sell. It won't let me because she's not here, so we love that. All right, honey in the fridge. All right, I am going to go ahead also and send Thomas off, and we're going to send him out to go hunting and let him get a little bit of hunting in so that we can get some meat for the family. It is going to send the boys away to daycare, but that is just something that has to be done. And I am going to put these things in the fridge, maybe not the eggs. And I'm going to have you go ahead and read. Oh, not you. I want you to read. Go ahead and read something there, Ulrich, and get your reading skill up. So Ulrich is going to do a little bit of reading. David is currently off to daycare, and the parents are out doing some foraging and some hunting. And when they come back, we'll go ahead and see what they got so that we can go ahead and plant them a little bit of a garden here. And then we will just go ahead and wrap up this episode for part B of 1406. And in 1407, we are going to be seeing Deborah go ahead and give birth to her baby. And we'll also be seeing Norita O'Leary and Theo Barnett aging up, which is going to be really exciting. And we'll be trying again for Mariella to go ahead and try again for another baby, because as we know, we do want them to be able to try for another little one and try to expand their family, since they obviously lost their child. So we definitely want them working towards that. But she has finished with her foraging. I am just going to go ahead and get her to come home and take a little bit of a bath. She got raspberries. I think we can plant raspberries. Yes, we can. Why is it that this family can get what I need, but my family, our main family, can't? I don't understand that. Honestly, it's just not right. Basil, no. And she got carrots as well. The carrots, because we already have carrots planted, I'm just going to put these carrots in the fridge. And she also got seeds that I'm going to put in the fridge. But she is currently getting herself a little bit of a bath. And when she's done with that, we'll get her out there and she can go planting. And Thomas is just finishing up his hunting right now. When he comes home, we will find out what he got as far as meat, and we will be able to cut that up and put that in the fridge as well, so that she'll have that available to her for when she cooks some meals. and that will be good for the family. And then we will also get him to take a bath because he obviously is feeling pretty grungy himself. So he's going to come on in and he is going to take a bath, but he got pigeons, 2 pigeons. Okay, we love that. So we're not actually going to cut those up. We're just going to put those in the fridge. And he is going to go ahead and come on in and take a bath. Mariella has decided to go on in and take herself a little bit of a nap here. And we are going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live in the future. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge for 1407 Part A. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.